Welcome to The Snack, a lighter serving of Girls Gotta Eat.
This is a Dear Media production.
Enjoy.
Hi, guys.
Hi. Hi. Can I tell you what I did on the way here?
Yeah.
I think you'll get this reference, but I've just been in a little bit of a funk, just with the state of the world, things in general, whatever.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what I need? I need a Jerry Maguire moment. So I put on Free Fallin' and sang at the top of my lungs in my car, and I'm better.
You didn't scream, show me the money on the way over
I
here?
scream, show me the money every day. No, but like,
Wait, why? Free fall? I don't know the reference.
Wait, you don't know the reference? I mean, it's while he's going through it, Jerry Maguire, deep cut 90s movie, one of my favorites. And he's in the car. You know he's in the car and he's singing, and I'm free falling. And he's like really getting after it in the car.
I don't remember
this.
Damn it, I'm
movie
sorry.
moment. I felt good. You got to scream in your car sometimes.
You know what I was thinking? Because I was in Pittsburgh this weekend, and when I drive around, I just sometimes think of all the places I used to park and cry in my car.
And get fingered? I thought you were going to say and get fingered.
No, I don't think I had a lot of car sex back in the day.
Oh, not sex, fingering.
No. No one ever fingered me in my car. You got fingered in the car a lot?
No, I'm fronting.
I feel like middle consoles are big. I was never getting fingered in the car.
I did get fingered in a minivan once.
What?
I got fingered in the back of
Were
a
you
minivan.
driving now? Okay.
No, I was in the third seat, like a kid.
Why are you back there? You were a kid.
One night, this guy, Justin, always an Ustin.
I was crying about an Ustin
was
in my car.
driving us around, big group of people, and me and this dude, I'm not going to say him by name, and I'm honestly kind of embarrassed about him, but he fingered me in the back of this, I don't know, Ford Windstar.
How many other people were in the car?
Like full van.
A full van.
We were the only people in that back seat.
What
and
were
then
you
there was
wearing?
probably people in the captain's chairs.
Were you wearing a skirt or pants?
I don't remember, probably shorts.
Okay, so did he go up or down into the clothing? He came in from under.
Okay, this is too much. I feel like Halle Berry over here.
I haven't been fingered in a car since I was in Key West a few years ago, and I was giving
a few years ago. Who was fingered in a car? Actually, last year.
I was giving. He was driving my car and I was giving him a blowjob.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. You
Iconic
guys.
thing.
That's
You know, what you do in Florida, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, there's only one road in Key West.
100%.
I mean, where are you going to go?
Exactly.
This is unsafe. All right, well, let's talk about some of our partners. We're going to jump right in. We're excited to talk about Olive Ab. Visit oliveabjewelry.com and use code GGE at checkout for 15% off your first order.
Yes, and thank you to Addie. Learn more at addie.com and A24's Materialists. See the movie Materialists, perfect for girls' night or date night in theaters June 13th.
So excited to open up this episode with our report today. She has finally fed us. We have been waiting. We have a Taylor Swift report. She is back in these streets.
Oh my God.
All I did was complain in the summer of 2024. I was like, I'm done with it. I can't listen to another Taylor Swift thing. And now all I want is it.
I know.
I've missed her. I've missed her outfits and lack of fashion.
Yeah.
I'm just like, where is she going to pop up? How are we going to know what restaurants to eat at in New York?
And lo and behold, Philly.
Go
Birds.
Yes.
Taylor Swift. Tallulah's Garden.
Oh, I was going to ask you. I didn't know what restaurant it
I
was.
had to dig for this.
I was really curious.
A lot
where it
of
was.
headlines were like spotted in Philly on Mother's Day. And I'm like, bitch, where? Is it somewhere I've been? And yes, it is. So now it's at least two restaurants that Taylor and Travis and I have dined at. Corner Store in New York and Tallulah's Garden. I remember going there on a girls' night years ago. So cute. And so they went there for Mother's Day and spotted. Can you imagine just seeing her in Philly?
And she's just been like under the radar, and people are like, have they broken
Also,
up?
did they get booed?
Why?
Philly people.
I just feel like people still like her. As
It's
like
Mother's
a Philly
Day.
Person. Yeah. I would boo that outfit.
Oh, God.
I love her, but she wore a black dress with daisies on it, bra hanging out,
From Delia's?
Chanel purse, just basic as can be.
Yeah.
And
That's Mother's Day, though. You know, it's vibes.
yeah, you just can't bring out fashion on Mother's Day.
It's florals for Mother's Day. Groundbreaking.
I have missed her, so it was really nice to see her, and I think that they've just been, laying low.
Yeah. You know what's so funny? People in the comments on a lot of these articles that they were spotted in Philly were like, we wish we would have seen him at the Met Gala. Or even the writers were like, you didn't see him at the Met Gala. And I'm like, would they go to that? Like, I can't picture it. Can you?
Can't picture the two of them on
Why,
the carpet.
though? I mean,
because she's not a style icon. Can you imagine what she would have worn?
That's why she doesn't get invited.
Yeah.
Because Anna is like, she can't. Not that Anna's dressed well. Wintour, you guys. Miranda Priestley. I'm fresh off Devil Wears Prada, by the way. I made my fiance watch it for the first time.
I can't believe that he hasn't seen it. But then I was like, I don't know, men? I don't know if men see that movie.
19 years ago.
Nothing has ever made me feel
I thought it was a few years ago.
I still quote it. I quote it like it was yesterday.
In my head, Devil Wears Prada was a few years back.
Everybody wants to be
19.
Like
and just to wrap up that part of the Taylor Swift report, Dumois said that they are 1,000% together, taking a next step. She can't say, because people are speculating, where have they been? Did they break up? No. Mm-hmm. And she was like, something will probably be announced soon that she can't say, which people are speculating is that they're engaged. So anyway, they're still very much together. And we have more, though.
So she was subpoenaed in the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni case, and her lawyer dropped maybe the hardest dig I've ever heard.
So here we are again with what exactly is subpoena. But like...
What do you mean?
Like, what does that mean? She'd have to appear?
She would have to appear in court.
Did they get text messages? Does she have to like hand over stuff?
So subpoena can be different things. They can subpoena records. They can subpoena people. Subpoenaing to subpoena a person means that they're saying like this court case is going to happen. Your name is going to be involved, and we would like you are being asked to appear. Now, huge celebrities being subpoenaed to appear in court, they can say it will cause a huge ruckus. Essentially, if I'm a part of this, it will cause too much press. That's why you also don't see celebrities on juries ever. It's too much. But she didn't say it's too much. She dropped really, I mean, it was the boldest. Do not ask me about this. It says, Taylor Swift never set foot on the set of this movie. She was not involved in any casting or creative decisions. She did not score the film. She never saw an edit or made any notes on the film. She did not even see It Ends With Us until weeks after its public release.
Sorry.
That's not even the worst dig of all, and was traveling around the globe during 2023 and 2024, headlining the biggest tour in history.
This is her publicist? That statement is incredible. Her lawyer, yes. That statement is so incredible on so many levels.
Don't involve me in your petty little bullshit.
Keep my name out of your mouth. Yes. She didn't even see the movie till after most of y'all. Her friend's movie. She was like, I'm so busy.
She's like, no, legitimately, do you know who I am? Do you understand how busy I was? I don't
know. I think your favorite part is the tour, obviously. But for some reason, she didn't even see it until weeks after all of y'all.
Well, that's like the funny part. Like, she's like,
it was not on her radar.
She was just like, just so you know, I was busy, but on top of being busy, I don't care about your little movie.
Right. Like, I did have days off and I didn't go see it. They sent me a screener. I didn't care. Like, it's crazy.
Travis and I were laying in bed, hanging out. We chose not to watch it.
Taylor saw it after us. Her best friend's movie.
Well, you know, Blake Lively like shopped around this whole story about how she rescored the film and she got Taylor to include her song in it. And she made like a whole big thing about it.
Well, yeah, there were text messages between her and Justin Baldoni. Taylor this, Taylor that, Taylor thinks this, Taylor thinks that. And her lawyers are like, Taylor didn't think about it once. Keep her name out your mouth. Okay, well, that's what's going on. I did this little radio interview this morning with Salt Lake City, with a radio station in Salt Lake City, like a morning radio show. And at the very end, they wanted to talk about some pop culture stuff in the snack. And they asked me what team I'm on, like Team Blake or Team Justin. And I was like, is this a trap? And we all agreed, like, we go back and forth, but we're just Team Taylor. And anyway, I'll be there this weekend if you guys want to come see me in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I did a little fun radio promo. It was funny. They were like really want to talk about the snack.
No, I love it.
Like the main radio host.
Which like I always think about like when you and I do interviews and people are like, how'd you guys meet? And we're like, you could use us for more fun stuff. No, like, they were how creative of them to do that.
They literally were like, who do you want Sydney Sweeney to end up with? I'm like, oh shit, let's fucking go. And then I was like, oh, I'm supposed to plug the tour. Yeah, the tour.
Who'd you say?
I said Glenn Powell just because I'm basic, but also like, of course, I'd love to see MGK too. That would just be weird.
Or Emrata.
Or anybody. Yeah, or a woman. Yeah, Emrata. That's a better answer.
You
should have done the interview.
No, they're too hot together.
Okay.
It's too hot. I still remember the first time I saw Emrata's boobs. Gone Girl.
Oh, not blurred lines?
No. Full frontal.
Emrata is full frontal in...
Yes.
But also the blurred lines video. That's what put her on the map.
Yeah, but like nipples out.
She was butt naked in blurred lines. I think she got harassed.
Yeah, but like you don't see the nipples in the music video.
The uncut.
You do? I'm not the internet watching the uncut version.
I didn't watch it. I thought that was the whole thing. I thought they were like butt ass naked. It was super creepy when you look back.
So I know that she wrote about it in her book,
Yeah.
and she's done interviews about it, but I thought I didn't know that the general public had seen that.
Well,
Like
now
in
you're
Gone
checking me
Girl,
on
in Gone Girl, she's actually like having sex with Ben Affleck, and you see her like full frontal breasts. When have I ever said?
in the
breasts?
unrated version of Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines, the female models are topless. Okay, so topless, so nipples, and wearing nude thongs. I don't remember seeing pussies out. There's also a rated version of the video. Sometimes I think about Blurred Lines because it was the summer I turned 30. What a fucking creepy fucking video song idea.
Blurred Lines.
Yes. It's so like we were just like, you know you want it. We're just singing this fucking rapey summer anthem.
I'm just driving around.
What?
It was the song of the summer.
The song of the summer. We got tanks that said what rhymes with hug me.
I'm out here singing You Know You Want It.
We made tanks that said what rhymes with hug me, and they misspelled rhymes. The tank top store in Dewey spelled it RYMES. We had to go back. So now we each have two.
Okay. I gotta tell you this.
I'm gonna put the photo up. I have this photo for sure.
Do you remember we were probably in middle school dancing to Step Back, You're Dancing Kind of Close. Do you remember this?
Yes.
I feel a little poke coming through. I had no idea what that meant. I was grinding with boys this song. I had no idea it was about getting a hard on.
Yeah, so the song by Next, which I've seen them in concert at the Lovers and Friends Festival, iconic, honestly. The song Too Close, I think it might have been 94. You can fact check me. And I remember Corey being like, hey, did you listen to the lyrics of this song? It says little poke coming through. And I'm like, what does that mean? It's got a boner?
I didn't know what it meant.
Of a sixth grader. I know. Whatever grade you were in.
Boner. Sixth grade.
No, you're dancing. Feel a little poke. The sixth grader's boner?
I had no idea what I was
1997, 97. Okay, so I was ninth grade. You were 12.
Prime age for boners. That was the age that boys were just walking around boners. They had no idea what to do with them.
Right.
They just hadn't even learned about tuck-in.
No, you can't wear sweatpants to school, Trevor. Okay, let's talk about the Pope. Raina, I can't get enough of this Pope. He's just from Chicago.
It feels unnatural.
I didn't know this was an option, but why not? I didn't know you could be American.
I mean, I guess
why
you
not?
can, but
We have Catholicism here.
Yeah, but it feels like against nature.
But he has to travel over there. He has to live at the Vatican. This is a job transfer.
Yeah, you have to live at the Vatican.
Well, right. Where's he living now? In fucking Wicker Park?
Just in Philly or something. Wicker Park. Do you think he goes the Lincoln Park like the farmer's market on the weekends?
No.
The Pope is hooked up with girls in Chicago in the West Loop. He went to college. I can't
You know where he went to college?
He was in Villanova. He was just at frat parties drinking jungle juice. Just the Pope.
He was at Wawa. I saw this reel, what do you think the Pope's Wawa order was? The fact that, last week we talked about the Delco pooper and now we have the Delco poper. The Pope was in Delco.
You're just not supposed to be able to make these jokes about the Pope. It's just, it feels unnatural. They're supposed to be, this morning I was like, they're supposed to be European, or they could be literally from anywhere except for here. I can't take it seriously.
So the memes were so funny, and they were like, what if you were wondering how your old frat bro Rob from Villanova was doing, and he's the Pope now?
It's crazy.
It's so nuts. But listen, I'm down with this Pope. I like his vibes. He's another progressive enough Pope, and he has spoken out about the current administration and Trump and JD Vance. He doesn't tweet a lot, but when he does, which I love that, because that means he's, a real Christian and is pushing back against the other stuff. So we were talking yesterday, and I asked you a question, which I immediately walked back, but yesterday I was very foggy. Yeah. And I was like, what'd I say? Why did
why would a Pope step down? Why did the last Pope step down? I said, why did the last
Pope step down? And you looked at me because he died. And I was like, okay, I just had a total brain lapse. But then we wanted to look it up. So a Pope typically dies in office most of the time.
Okay.
In
Yeah, I didn't think you stepped
2013, Pope Benedict made history by becoming the first pope in nearly 600 years to resign. So the last time a pope resigned and we got Pope Francis and had that conclave was the first time in 600 years they hadn't just died in office. He announced his resignation, citing his advanced age and diminished strength, effective February 28th, 2013, which good for him. Like, what, you just die. I mean, towards the end of your papacy, you can't really be doing much if you're about to die.
The Supreme Court doesn't feel the same way. They're like, I'm going to ride this out forever.
Yeah, I know, exactly. And they really have to like make decisions. But I thought that was interesting. And we were just talking about how the way that people have treated this conclave, like it's the NFL draft. And A, there was so much about him dying that went viral. But B, the movie Conclave. But I mean, in 2013, yes, the internet was different. We didn't have TikTok. Instagram was different as well, but like no one was talking about the conclave in 2013.
No, not like it was the NFL draft. Like people,
nothing. I didn't know that word till the movie came out.
So I knew it because I just like religious stuff.
Yeah,
and I like
do.
churches.
You love churches.
And I love the Da Vinci Code and all this stuff. I'm like very in the culture. But
and Italy.
and I love Italy. And my sister-in-law's family's Italian. And I eat a lot of pasta. So I knew a lot about it. But you haven't seen it just like play by play like a draft in history. I mean, every pop culture site was talking about this. And it just really was like spoken about so much. But yes, this like predated so many social media things.
So RIP and congrats to Pope Rob. Well, I think it's Leo. But his name is Robert. That's Rob from college. That's Rob
okay, you know what I was thinking?
Rob from Villanova is
like,
the Pope.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. I was in the shower this morning just thinking, like, there are people in America, in Philly, that are like, I hooked up with Rob. Like, but do you think he started off like Pope back then? Like, was he religious back then?
I know. This is the thing I don't know. Are you always like celibate and getting ready to be the Pope? Like, or did Rob fucking college?
I want to know, like, are there people that are going to come forward like, I smoked a joint with Rob?
100%.
Like, right?
He has that vibe. Did you ever look at his old pics? He was a vibe. We'll put one up on the screen. I
really want to know. I want to know, like, did he just have like a normal college experience? He was just like drinking bags of wine. So I think he played slap the bag. Like, did he do 100%, this?
Yeah, like totally played flip cup. He spent much of his career as a missionary in South America and holds dual citizenship in the U.S. and Peru, where he served as bishop. So, I mean, yeah, he went to Villanova. I don't know. After college, it sounded like he went a different direction than the other bros that went to school in Delco. But you know, that's what it is.
You never thought you would see it. Not a front runner, but all right, we have a new pope.
Okay, Halle Berry's steamy post.
You showed me this.
I showed you this yesterday. It's on her feed. I thought this was a story that would have come down. Okay. No. Feed post.
So obviously Mother's Day was Sunday. There was tons of posts. I didn't see a lot of crazy behavior. You didn't see a lot. Justin Bieber posted something for his thing in the morning. He said something along the lines of Mother's Day sucks.
Oh.
It said like Happy Mother's Day, but this day sucks or something like that.
That sounds like something's going on.
Yeah. So people have been speculating about him in general, but other than that, not a lot of crazy Mother's Day behavior. Most people it's
usually a pretty chill holiday.
It's not a day when people really let it fly that much. I know it's a complicated day for a lot of people, but mostly 100%. Normal behavior, except for Halle Berry.
So Halle Berry, we'll put it up on the screen, but you guys can go watch it in full. So she is laying in bed, appears to be naked, sheets up around her titties with her man, who is a musician. His name is Van Hunt. She's been with him since 2020. Lucky guy. And she's holding a lube. I looked it up. She works with this lube company.
I mean, it sounded like an ad for
which will remain nameless. Obviously, we need to send her some of our lube, which we have the best lube. It's called Juiced Up, Vibes Only, vibesonly.com. You guys can go get it. But she's just like, we're about to get it in. We're about to slip and slide with this lube and get it in. And they are giggling. They seem maybe a little high or tipsy. Uh-huh. I loved it.
It made me feel uncomfortable.
I just think this, you know what? We just all need to be a little less prude. Like, I'm like, I should do this. I should do this for our lube.
Feed post it. In bed. Listen, that should have been a story. That was crazy.
Catch me in bed this weekend making an ad.
Slurring in bed, naked with your man. He made the most mid joke of all time. She laughed like she was in bed with a comedian.
Yeah, but these people are so in love and horny for each other. I think that's what came through for me.
You think they're horny? You think they're so horny they stopped and they're like, let's get the camera and film this and feed post this.
And then they got into it. And so I think I want to parody this.
She's You should stitch
But it's even, I was telling you, like, whatever people want to do, there's no nudity. It's like sexy. She's the most gorgeous woman alive. Her man is sexy. Like, they're having fun. She's part of this lube company. Like, I respect it in all ways, but you are watching it like, I'm not supposed to see this.
Yeah, it felt like it should have been a story that came down a few minutes later. And also, like, she started Mother's Day with stuff for her kids, I think. And then the video, she's saying, like, about to end Mother's Day in an amazing way. And they're, like, talking about how they're about to end the day by
slipping and sliding. Okay, so the comments did not disappoint. Obviously, there's 9,000 comments. A lot of people like, what the Halle Berry? What the Halle Berry? And someone said, not live from the sheets. I know that's right, y'all. Hi, my girl living her best life. This is my definition of living my life and not giving a fuck. I will enjoy the rest of my evening knowing at this very moment you're getting the Mario coins knocked out of you. Thank you. I saw this one meme that was like, why is Halle on here telling us she's about to go through the mattress? She's about to get put through the mattress.
I feel so proud of society on this one because, like, I feel like a few years ago, this would have been a real, like, clutch your pearls moment. And, like, this isn't getting, like, big news, like the Maren Morris vagina thing. It just, I feel like I thought it would have made bigger headlines and no one cared.
Yes, people are like, this is a family page. We're in the grown folks business. You two are adorable, beautiful couple. Happy Mother's Day. It's just, and yes, a lot of like, she's high as fuck. I feel like I shouldn't be here with y'all. And somebody said, LOL, her man said, hurry up.
Also, like, why do they have to bring Mother's Day into this? She could have posted this the next day. She had to bring up Mother's Day like 6 times.
No.
You know what I would say about Halle Berry is a personal anecdote about Halle Berry. So I used to work at this restaurant, Quality Meats, in New York City. I was a manager there, and it is about a block from the Plaza Hotel. You're by all these like really beautiful, expensive hotels along Central Park. And so we got tons of celebrities. We had so many like very famous A-listers, politicians, athletes. I think one of the nicest people I ever met in my life was Halle Berry. She couldn't have been kinder. She came in without a reservation. She was so touched that we gave her a table, that we made space for her. She was so wonderful to the staff. On her way out, she thanked me again. I was like a manager there. She just couldn't have been kinder to everybody.
Can't you feel it?
Yes.
You just know it.
Yeah.
You know it to be true. Seems so authentically a great person.
You know who was the worst? Male athletes just across the board. Couldn't have been ruder or more disgusting.
Yeah, I believe it. And then one comedian, I think, that you mentioned one time before.
That was when I worked at Fishtail on the Upper East Side, and she was a drunk bitch.
Quality Meats was in Devil Wears Prada. Like, they showed it.
It was?
Just briefly.
No, Smith & Wollensky.
No, but they show this Quality Meats. I think she had to go there to get the steak that early in the morning. There's something where
That's Smith & Wollensky.
But right, I'm telling you, there's a scene. It says Quality Meats.
Smith & Wollensky owns Quality Meats.
Oh, okay. I said it said Quality Meats, and I told my fiance, like, Rainey used to work there.
Oh, maybe it's a sign inside of Smith & Wollensky's that says Quality Meats. Yeah. So Alan Stillman, who started Fridays, opened Smith & Wollensky's in New York, one of the highest grossing restaurants in the country, and then he opened Quality Meats where I worked.
Okay, there you go. There's
a little
restaurant history lesson today. Okay, so Beyonce.
You went?
Cowboy Carter is breaking records. People are like, the tour is not selling. Oh, really, bitch? First 5 dates of the tour, which were all in LA, earned a record-setting gross, $55 million, making it the highest-grossing single-venue engagement by a woman in box score history, reports Billboard.
Wow.
So I went
on shock there.
Yeah, but people were like, it's not. It's old. I think everything's moving a little slower these days. There was like some controversy with the ticket prices being so high.
Well, didn't she sell 6 shows out? Was that what it was? 4 sold out immediately. She added 2.
A fifth.
She added a fifth.
5. Yeah, I think that's what I think.
So I went 5 or 6 around then.
She did 5.
Okay.
So I went on the last night. It was incredible. It was just truly a religious experience. I knew she was going to, in my heart of hearts, I never looked at a set list. I wanted to be surprised, but I knew she was going to come out to American Requiem, and I was just going to lose it. And so she comes out. There's so much I don't know, it felt very reclaiming the flag in a lot of ways. That's kind of given us the ick the last 8 to 10 years, and she does American Requiem. She sings part of the national anthem. Then she goes into Freedom. I lost it. I couldn't handle it. I was crying. Taylor filmed me because she was like, you're going to lose your mind when it goes from Beyonce singing the Star Spangled Banner into Freedom. There was just a lot of symbolism with that. But I mean, the performances, the dancers, Blue Ivy, such a slay. Her little daughter Rumi was so cute. The fashion, again, the it was subtle, but it was political messaging, of course. And I saw it in the pit and it was just so amazing. I felt like I was such part of the show. I was so close. It was an incredible experience at SoFi, and just being in it like that, like I just loved it so much. That's like how I want to see my favorite artist. This isn't like I'll only go if I'm on the floor, but like to be someone you love that much, like you just want to be in it. And so that made it really special, and just all the people around. It was the greatest I've ever seen her. This is the 4th time I've seen her, and it was like the greatest show I've ever seen. But just being in the audience, you're like, this is just so diverse and inclusive, and like the vibes are so high and everybody's so kind to each other. You're like, this is the America I want to live in.
That's so nice.
And it was just the absolute best.
So I didn't get to go with you. I was very sad about it. I was out of town.
But you said you didn't want to do the floor, which I get as a short person.
I don't love the experience.
It's not great. Taylor and I were like, it's nice to be tall down here.
You and I saw on the run on the floor. It was a bad experience.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
but I really want to see this one because I want to see Blue Ivy dance, and it's just been so special. And I get so emotional seeing her, and just like she's a part of this, and then to see Rumi. But I was going to ask you, is Rumi at every show in LA?
I think she was.
All 5?
So I don't know if Rumi's doing the whole tour.
I mean, it's so cute to see her backstage with like her handlers, and she's just like so excited, and I find it so beautiful and special.
Yes, and then Beyonce sings "Protector," and I mean, especially if you're a mother, like I mean, I was like emotional about it.
I'm gonna like get sick.
No, but both of her daughters, I was like, I can't handle this. And the visuals, Raina, you would die over the visuals. For Renaissance, we didn't feel as captivated by the visuals. When she takes breaks and she does outfit changes, we felt like we lost a little momentum. They were great, they were amazing. Don't get it twisted, but these, you're gonna die. Well, if you see it, you should try to see it somewhere.
Maybe I'll try
Vegas,
to New York,
maybe
Vegas.
Something like that.
Will you come with me? You want to go to Vegas?
I've thought about Vegas. We'll talk about it. Okay. My fiance's sister's going with her husband, so it could be an opportunity to go in July. We'll talk about it. But the visuals, like they're all like Western, and then she's this giant like 700-foot woman or whatever, and she's picking up all these monuments. And did you see the Sphere sent her a cease and desist?
Yes.
And so now it's changed to Allegiant Stadium. They changed it.
It's crazy.
Right. What a like L for the Sphere to not want that sort of like promo. But the visuals are incredible. There's this one thing, she like is in this saloon and she smashes this beer bottle over this girl's head who's like flirting with her man, very like Jolene coded. I was just losing at the visuals. They really captivated me in those breaks. I feel like the show didn't lose any momentum at all.
Okay. That's the only thing I didn't like about the last show.
Yeah, you just want to see her. Yeah.
We like 5 songs, then we sat. 5 more songs than you said.
No sitting. I was up and dancing.
Well, pitch me some ideas for Vegas. You know, I'm always down for Vegas.
And Meghan and Harry were there the night I was there.
Okay.
I did have better seats than them.
They came from
They were probably in the
Montecito?
box, but they were farther back than me.
Okay.
So, I mean, Meghan and Harry were there. They,
listen, I think that there's like, you can like them all, but like you definitely have a preference between Taylor Swift and Beyonce. Meghan is giving Taylor.
Totally. I couldn't have seen this coming.
This was a shock, to be honest.
Meghan Markle
How did she get there?
It gives Taylor Swift energy. But the first paragraph of the cut, I just have to read it. Did you read this? It's pretty savage. The headline is Harry and Meghan had an amazing time at Cowboy Carter. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been having a rough go of it in recent weeks. Prince William is reportedly furious that Meghan used her Royal Highness title in private. Harry lost his years-long battle for government-funded security in the UK, and then he told the BBC that his dad isn't even talking to him. What is the remedy for when you and your spouse are both going through it? Beyonce, of course.
This was a good move. This is the most likable thing that she's done in ages.
So it was great. Can't recommend enough. You guys should see the Cowboy Carter tour. I mean, also, I don't know. Some people are like, that's not my favorite album. I loved the album so much. It's not my number one favorite, but it's like top.
I loved it. I also like, it annoys me when people say they don't like country music. I think she transcends what quote unquote country
I don't
is,
identify
but like
as a country music lover.
I don't like anybody.
Album.
I think it's a great album. I also just think it's annoying when people say I don't like country. To me, that's like people are like it's about like trucks and your dog, and to me, that's like a very reductive way to look at country. It's a very dynamic music. Listen, are there other genres that are a little better? Yeah, sure. But I love country music. I think it's a blast. I like the fashion. I just think it's fun.
Yeah. So Cowboy Carter. Yeehaw. And another thing that we saw last week, jam-packed week.
Really?
Went to the movies. I saw Sinners. I loved Sinners as well. But we went to a screening for Materialists, which is a movie from A24. We love everything A24 does. And we were there with Dakota Johnson.
And her mom.
Melanie
Griffith.
And Celine Song, the writer and director of the movie. But yeah, it was great. It was a small theater. It was at the London Hotel in West Hollywood in their screening room. And like, I almost sat in this chair. And then I looked at it and said, reserved for Melanie Griffith. I was like, oh, I guess that's Melanie's
we
chair.
can't sit here. Thank you. Ashley and I just loved the movie. It's written and created by a woman. It is about Dakota Johnson. She starts it as a high-end New York City matchmaker. And in her personal life, she is sort of between these two guys, but played by Pedro Pascal, who's a wealthy New York finance guy, and her ex, who's played by Chris Evans. And he's sort of like this broke guy that used to date her. And it's like, do you choose
broke ex?
Her broke ex. She's sort of between like love and money, essentially. We just loved it. I like talking about the way women dating in New York City. I liked her character. She seemed empowered, successful. I just liked Dakota Johnson a lot. It was a great movie. I think you can take your partner, go on a date night, or you can go on a girls' night. Like, I think either one would be like really fun. I think men would still like this, but I loved it. Me and you saw it with one of our girlfriends, Sally, and it was just like such a fun girls' night.
I know. I really want my fiance to see it. I was like, there was this one part of it, and we're not going to give it away today either because this movie just came out. We're not going to obviously review it in a spoiling way, but I was like, there's this part I was like, I just can't wait for him to like get his thoughts on this. I love this movie from minute one. Like, I don't know that I've seen a movie so honestly and realistically explore the dynamics of dating and like what people value and what they actually want if they're being honest with themselves, and how much things like money and height and age and thinness matter.
Yeah.
And
to men and women.
To men and women, exactly. They explore both. And I just kept wanting to cry because I was like, this is so real, and this is what we get when women make movies for women. Mm-hmm. And we think men would love this movie too, but like women dating in New York, trying to find someone. There's a storyline about a 39-year-old woman and her experience. And it just really, I felt it.
I totally agree with what you said, and I love that they showed it from both perspectives. And they have men that they're sort of like going through, like, what do these men want? Yeah. They're talking about like wanting somebody a little bit older, more important, and a little more established. And this guy he was like, no, I still want her to be like 26.
Yeah, he's like, I want someone older. And she's like, I have this 31-year-old. He's like, I can't be clear enough. No. I meant older than 22, but 27. I love Dakota Johnson so much. I used to talk about her in this movie that I love called How to Be Single. And these aren't related at all, but it just almost felt like this was an extension of that, just her in New York City and like more grown up. And Pedro Pascal is so sexy. Chris Evans, he's the best Chris in my opinion, of the four Chris's.
His voice is unexpected. It's so deep.
Yeah. And there's a scene, I can't stop thinking about it. The end goal as a matchmaker is to people to get married. And so if her clients get married, she goes to the wedding, and the wedding is kind of how it all starts and where these two men come into play. But this moment she has with the bride, I can't stop thinking about it. Like the bride is having some doubts. They call her in as the fixer, and she goes in, and this conversation she has with this bride, I was on the edge of my fucking seat. Like every word, like it was just so incredible. Like you have to see this.
Yes.
You guys.
It's great themes of who we pick and why and what we value. And it's only in theaters June 13th. So make a night out of it. Plan your night and go see it. We loved it so much.
And we're just going to talk about a couple other partners for this episode. Olive Ave Jewelry. Okay. I am wearing my earrings. They are these little hoops.
I love them. They look so nice.
They have these rubies on them. Mm-hmm. And then a necklace as well that is a ruby that you guys can get.
So I got the Lexa, and I really like this. I like their whole vibe. They have stuff that's custom and stuff that you can just go ahead and pick off the website. And my ring that I got, it has little stones on it. You feel the quality of it. Mm-hmm. As soon as I took it out, the packaging was stunning. This would be an incredible gift for somebody else. Mm-hmm. It just came in this beautiful box. And I love the weight and the quality of it. You could feel that it's just really nice.
Totally. Yeah, I really love it. I love the way it looks. And of course, my engagement ring is ruby, so I wanted like all ruby stuff. And they offer handcrafted rings, fine jewelry, custom designs for every occasion. So we really just love that they are focused on the special occasions where jewelry is involved. Proposals, of course, but friendship bracelets, simply a just because gift. Olive Ave has you covered for yourself or someone else. These pieces are really made to last, and we love the personalization as well. So Raina and I are just really feeling it, and we love jewelry. And I've been wearing even these earrings in my second hole, and then like a hoop with them. So I'm like layering it. I'm doing the necklace with 2 other necklaces. Like I'm just really having fun with it.
Yeah, there's a lot to choose from. It's really stylish. It's really fun. It's a great gift for yourself or somebody else.
So you guys check it out. This is our new fave jewelry brand, Olive Ave. You can visit oliveavejewelry.com and use code GGE at checkout for 15% off your first order. That's oliveavejewelry.com, code GGE for 15% off your first order. oliveavejewelry.com and use code GG at checkout for 15% off your first order. And Addie, Raina, let me ask you a question. How would you feel if you lost your libido?
My sex drive, is that like a serious question? I'd never recover.
I know, right? Well, the fact is millions of premenopausal women are frustrated because they lost their libido. But we're here to let you know that there's a treatment called Addie that is clinically proven to boost libido in certain premenopausal women. And this isn't some sketchy gas station pill. It's FDA approved. Talk to your doctor to see if Addie is right for you. And again, it is clinically proven.
I love that women have this option.
Same. You can go learn more at Addie.com. That is ADDYI.com.
Addie, or flibanserin, is for premenopausal women with acquired generalized hypoactive sexual desire disorder, HSDD, who have not had problems with low sexual desire in the past, who have low sexual desire no matter the type of sexual activity, the situation, or the sexual partner. The low sexual desire is troubling to them and is not due to a medical or mental health problem, problems in the relationship, or medicine or other drug use. Addie is not for use in men or to enhance sexual performance. Your risk of severe low blood pressure and fainting is increased if you drink 1 to 2 standard alcoholic drinks close in time to your Addie dose. Wait at least 2 hours after drinking before taking Addie at bedtime. Your risk of severe low blood pressure and fainting is also increased if you take certain prescriptions, over-the-counter or herbal medications, or have liver problems. Low blood pressure and fainting can happen when you take Addie, even if you don't drink alcohol or take other medicines. Do not take if you are allergic to any of the ingredients in Addie. Allergic reactions may include hives, itching, or trouble breathing. Sleepiness, sometimes serious, can occur. Common side effects include dizziness, nausea, tiredness, difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep, and dry mouth. See full PI and medication guide, including boxed warning, at addie.com/PI or call 844-PINK-PILL. Addie.
That is ADDYI.com.
So a lot is happening in the TV world right now. A lot is coming out, and we're going to give you like stuff to watch for spring. It's really fun, but big news out of Bravo this week. Okay. So Bravo has made a lot of announcements this week, and we're going to unpack some of it. So first and foremost, they have canceled the Real Housewives of New York.
It felt crazy to me.
It felt crazy.
Yeah.
So they did 2 seasons with a newer cast. Yeah. The first season was fine. The second season got like heavily criticized as it just being sort of inauthentic, boring. These women sort of have nothing to do with each other's lives. And I'm just sort of, it's maybe kind of, I couldn't help but wonder, what is the appetite for shows like this anymore? And even we started the snack almost a year ago, and I remember even a year ago talking about how they were canceling Real Housewives in New Jersey, shaking up the cast of Potomac and Atlanta. And, why isn't there an appetite for this type of show like there used to be? And when I think about like the greatest reality shows, I think Vanderpump was the greatest reality show ever. And the reason why was because this is an authentic group of people that genuinely worked together, dated each other, lived together. They're in each other's weddings. They're in each other's divorce proceedings. I mean, this is a group of people that really was actually in each other's lives. And I think that, when Scandal happened and they all hated each other and it splintered, that show kind of ended because I think there's a real hunger for authenticity. And if you have these ensemble casts of people and the only purpose of these shows is to just fight with each other, I'm proud to say there is less of an appetite for this today.
Yeah, I'm not this like Real Housewives fan really, just because I can't really claim to be because I don't watch them enough and there's seasons I haven't ever seen. But I obviously watched Atlanta when I lived there, and that was huge. Obviously, it was like the number 1 show on Bravo, maybe still is. I liked New Jersey because they were family and friends. Like,
incredible.
I gravitated towards it immediately, and I watched it for a few seasons because of that. Like, they really know each other. Some of these people are family. Felt like the mob, but it was just like a different vibe.
Yes.
I do not want to see a bunch of people that got thrown together. I like Summer House in terms of the people who have the relationships. Like, they bring new people in and people don't really latch on unless there's really some drama. Like a lot of people are saying like Summer House needs reboot. Like, let's see the people we've come to know in the city. Like, this is getting kind of old, but we still want to see them and their relationship dynamics. The people that are actually, friends, for lack of a better word, and have known each other for years.
Yes. I think this format of like, let's keep adding new people in every year and just watch these people fucking fight. I think that that's kind of like everything comes to an end at some point. Like, I just don't think that that's really what people want. When you think about the biggest reality TV shows today, it's Mormon wives. These people have pre-existing relationships. It's dating shows that are one season casts. So you have like Love Island, you have Love is Blind, RuPaul's Drag Race. Like these like ensemble cast shows, I don't know. They might just kind of be on the way out.
Yeah, and things just run their course.
Yeah.
Like, The Bachelor's not what it used to be. The Bachelor, though, it's been on for fucking forever. But, I mean, people's tastes change. Things just evolve.
Yeah.
So
Bravo is trying to, I guess, shake things up. They've announced a ton of new shows. So they're rebooting Vanderpump with a new cast. I don't know how that's going to go. They tried to reboot it in 2019 and add these new cast members, and they essentially casted them through talent agencies, and it didn't really stick. There's a new Real Housewives of Rhode Island, which people are excited about. Ladies of London is coming back, which I loved that show.
I didn't know it.
It was about 3 to 4 seasons. Carolyn Stanberry got really big from it, and I just really enjoyed it because I was watching people from another place. Half of it was Americans and half of it was people from London. They're sort of redoing Shahs of Sunset. They're calling it the Valley Persian style, and they're bringing back some of the cast members like Reza, who were previously on Shahs of Sunset, and I did enjoy that show. And then finally, Wife Swap, the Real Housewives edition. So
this is real?
Yeah.
It sounds like an Onion article.
I used to love
Wife swap, like old school wife swap.
Yeah,
like when it was just like
thing.
average people and someone's wife would come in and like have to clean the house and shit.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's going to be with like real people now.
That's crazy.
From the Real Housewives. So Bravo is trying to like shake things up. I mean, I like them saying like, we're going to try something
They
different.
have to. I mean, you got to evolve.
Yes. And I think they staked this whole network on Real Housewives, and I just don't think people care about it that much anymore. And like you said, even Summer House, people are like, I don't know that I need to watch these people just get drunk in this house anymore. Mm-hmm. I thought people were saying Lindsay Hubbard might be on Real Housewives, so that's clearly not going to happen. Has Paige outgrown the show? Paige Sorbo is more famous than being on a Summer House.
Summer House, yeah.
So I wonder what's going to happen.
We'll see. And so much other TV.
Insane.
I thought TV was like take summer breaks. It's so much.
I thought maybe like you get like a couple like trashy dating shows over the summer. I mean, it is full send.
It is wild. We're both watching the 4 seasons. The for me, the White Lotus, the 4 seasons. Get out of here.
I know it is the. You're sure?
Yeah,
it's not 4. It's just not. Just
it's
4
the 4 seasons.
Okay.
It's the White Lotus. So this is Tina Fey. Her show. She's obviously a writer on it. Steve Carell, Will Fort, Coleman Domingo, and it's about these 3 couples that they always vacation together. They've been friends a long time. They have a college tie-in. That's some of them in college, and one of the couples breaks up. We're not going to tell you who. It happens very early on, and then them navigating that through 4 seasons, 2 episodes each season. So it starts with spring and then summer and fall. I just finished fall last night.
I just finished fall last night too.
Okay.
I love it. So I have one more season left. I actually started like 10 minutes into the winter, and then that's it. I actually paced this out a little bit more than I typically do with a show.
Okay, you
and
didn't binge a whole year?
I did not binge the whole year, but I love it, and I think it explores relationship dynamics between people that are a little older, which I like also. I mean, it's people who have children in college, so I enjoyed the relationship dynamics, and there's so much coming out for you guys in the next like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So tonight, as this airs, Overcompensating is coming out on Amazon Prime. That's Benny Drama and our friend Mary Beth Barone, who's a former guest of the show. It's about kids in college, and it really explores like sexuality. And also tonight, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. So season 2 is premiering as well. I mean, there is so much coming out. This one I'm very excited about. Sirens, which is a new
Meghan
Netflix
Fahey.
show
Oh my
with
gosh.
Meghan Fahey. And she basically like reconnects with her sister, who is staying in this house that's owned by Julianne Moore. And it seems like something like shady is going on in the house.
Okay.
And I'm very, very excited to watch this.
Okay, and just like that, our favorite train wreck, the Sex and the City reboot, season 3. I can't fucking wait.
I can't believe they keep giving them new seasons.
I know.
I was like, surely this will not keep going.
May 29th. And then for all you Love Island people, we're going to get involved this year, right? We're going to try.
I told you I committed to watching it. I didn't like that I wasn't part of the culture last year.
I know, we felt really left out.
I really hate that there's like cultural references. I like that Ariana Madix is back. She gave an interview on Watch What Happens Live this week, just kind of giving an update on her life. Doesn't seem like she's really friends with that cast that much anymore. She is still with her boyfriend, and she still owns that house with Tom Sandoval. Sell the house.
Some things never change. Okay, so that's going to be June 3rd. Love Island USA, season 7 premiere. Tyers, Netflix show. Shane Gillis' show, season 2, June 5th. Ginny and Georgia.
Wait, we got to go back to Tyers.
Okay.
Tyers might be the thing I laughed out loud the hardest to last year. So I'm excited for that.
And you wouldn't think it, but it's family friendly for some families. My parents both loved it. My brother.
Yeah, my family would like that.
Okay. So yes, Ginny and Georgia. I kind of forgot about this. I watched it right when we moved here. So over 2 years ago.
I watched it.
Love Ginny and Georgia so much. That's coming back June 5th. And then that's pretty much in the next couple weeks. And then we also have America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys cheerleader show in June. We have The Bear in June, season 4. And then in July, The Summer I Turned Pretty. But I need to talk about that
At a later date.
Yeah, in depth at a later date.
I mean, again, this speaks to like the appetite for certain types of content. I think we're seeing a lot of really high-end scripted content, really professionally produced. I think that is what people are having an appetite for. And I mean, really the only big reality show premieres are Love Island and Modern Wives.
Yeah, and they're like the top. I mean, the way people feel about Love Island. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. There was definitely a time where it's like throw together anything reality and people will watch it. And now it's like, no, we got used to the White Lotus vibes.
Yeah.
High-end production, HBO value. That's our bar. So there's that. And then we just have a few headlines for you guys.
Speaking of TV,
yeah,
I am so excited about this one. So Tell Me Lies is going to start filming. And so they announced at the end of season 2, Tell Me Lies, that the teacher, his name was Oliver, who Brie was having the affair with, that he was not coming back.
Right.
They said definitely not coming back.
And that's the husband of the creator.
Yes. Now they have walked it back. He is coming back.
Oh, shit.
So we thought that storyline was over. We thought, we as a community in the Tell Me Lies family, thought that was over, but he is coming back, which I'm so excited about. And it really, at the end of season 2, Brie was getting these phone calls and you didn't know who they were from. And I assumed it was Oliver or his wife, who was her teacher.
Yeah.
But like, because nothing really explained it. And then they said he wasn't coming back. But now
I can't even talk about Tell Me Lies because like I'll just get too excited and it's still going to be a while.
I know.
But we have a lot to hold us over since.
And if you guys have never read the book, I loved the book.
Oh yeah,
it was fantastic.
Big fan of the book. And we're going to maybe do books next week or the week after. We have summer books for you guys. There's a couple books I've been wanting to talk about that I read recently.
Okay, next headline. Morgan Wallen breaks his silence on his abrupt SNL exit. He went on a podcast. He essentially just said, I'd been there all week. I was ready to go home.
That's why you skip the after party. You don't walk off stage. That's not even an excuse for abruptly walking off stage. I'm sorry. That's like the dumbest shit I ever heard. I can understand skipping the after party, leaving right after. You could have stayed 30 more seconds.
Yep.
Walking off stage into the camera, your excuse is not, I'd been there all week. You literally, that's 30 more seconds and this wouldn't have happened. And you wouldn't have looked like an asshole.
I mean, people worked on this with you all week.
Yeah.
You know, like I was with my family all weekend. I was ready to get myself back to God's country too, but I didn't make a big thing about it.
Right, exactly. Like you're not going to miss your flight. Okay. Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jordon Hudson, comes in 3rd place at Miss Maine USA pageant. This is everywhere. Everybody's talking about this. 3rd week in a row, we're going to talk about Bill and Jordon.
I just can't. I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about Bill Belichick in the audience at this little beauty pageant. He's won, 5 Super Bowls, and he has to watch his girlfriend come in 3rd place. Bill Belichick's like, I've never come in 3rd place. I can't relate.
I was watching Erin Andrews talk about it on the Today Show, and like she was being nice. She was just like, this was a hot ticket, Miss Maine USA. You know, like people were trying to go to it because they know she's like a celebrity now, or infamously. But she's like, Bill Belichick is so intimidating. Like she's like, you know, Bill Belichick's intimidating to Tom Brady, the greatest athlete of all time, and he's front row at this beauty pageant. Like, I can't get over it. This man's like a legend. Thinking? He really is. Whatever you think of him, he's like truly a legend.
He's just like, look at her go.
In football.
And she's like, and they're like, what would you do to start world peace? And she's like, I think I would. Did you know she was a beauty pageant queen, whatever?
Yeah. I knew she was
like
a whole beauty queen. She had, I guess, some good answer about like fishermen. People liked it. And they were like, don't gloss over what she wants to do for the fishermen. I think she's.
I thought that was a joke. Oh, she did talk about the fishermen. That was a real thing. Okay. She's a Humanitarian
She's not
for
just
the
a pretty
fish.
face.
She cares
Save
about the fish.
Let her cook. Let her cook. Let her get third. She did not cook.
He's like, look at her go in her little sparkly
To
dress.
not win. Bill's like, every time I'm somewhere that we win.
I literally can't relate to this.
Like, can you imagine winning fucking 10 Super Bowls and your girlfriend comes in third in Miss Maine USA? He's like, Tom Brady would never.
Do you think that they like wouldn't let her win? Like, do you think if she had
They
won,
made an
it would have been
example
like,
out of
too
her?
obvious? I just thought like if they gave it to her, people would like be upset about that too. That like
Right.
the other girls didn't have a real chance.
Yeah, they would have thought it was rigged. But what is it?
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. Last headline. Naked dressing. Why Cannes is demanding celebrities wear clothes on the red carpet, which is an iconic headline. But the Cannes Film Festival says you can't be naked.
There's been a lot of nipples on the red carpet.
Is that not allowed?
That is not allowed. I mean, they
nipples
want
prohibited?
I've seen some nipples on that carpet. Florence Pugh brought her nipples to the
Always,
carpet.
she's freeing the
Bella
nipple.
Hadid
We'd love
brought
to
her
see
nipples
it.
to the carpet. They said the aim is not to regulate attire per se, but to prohibit full nudity on the red carpet in accordance with the institutional framework of the event, blah, blah. And French law.
Which, would this have even happened if it wasn't for Kanye's girlfriend at the Grammys?
I don't know.
Like that was crazy.
You have like one person abuse it, ruins it for everybody.
It ruins it for ruins nipples for everybody because she showed up pussy out with this Nazi.
Sorry, that part's not funny. That part's disgusting. We don't even.
Well, my delivery was funny.
Yeah.
But no, like, yeah, it's disgusting. So yeah, like France. I thought we were like wanting to be like nude and isn't that the thing? Just
I think you go to beaches and you just be nude.
nipples out. We're smoking a cig.
Yeah, even like in St. Martin, I was naked. That's not even such a French territory.
So I guess you got to wear clothes this year. We won't be there. That's why we're not going.
Sorry, guys.
It's not because we weren't invited.
If I could have my nipples out, I'm not going.
Exactly. We were invited, and I was like, no, I already bought a thong for this. And that was all I was going to wear. And now I can't. So that's the snack for you guys this week.
Yeah.
Hope you liked it.
Hope you like it. And then, let us know what you guys are watching, what you're reading. We'll do a summer reading list also coming up. But like a lot of cool TV to talk shit on coming up. I'm excited.
Yes. And you can get our lube and make a video in bed with it, with or without your partner.
We're releasing a new flavor. We're re-releasing a new flavor
Of lube?
on Monday.
Not of lube.
God damn it. Ashley.
Okay. Let me cook.
Let me walk that back. Let me cook. Honestly, this should stay in. We have flavored suck and blow gel. It is a great oral enhancer, and we are re-releasing our best-selling flavor. Let me cook.
There is a difference between the lube and the suck and blow gel. Raina is the co-founder of the company, but it's been a long day.
It really hasn't. We've done nothing today.
It's 1:00. So the lube, though, it really is incredible. We will talk more about the suck and blow gel flavors, but our juiced up lube, no better lube. So get on it. Vibesonly.com. Girlsgottaeat.com. Girls Gotta Eat podcast on Instagram and TikTok. I'm Ash Hess. Raina is Raina.Greenberg. Subscribe on YouTube. Share this episode with a friend, and we'll see you Monday.
Have a great weekend, guys.
Bye.